Hey guys, 3D Crypto here. Hope everyone's doing well. And guys, today's video, I'm going to be doing a deep dive into the Flow version 1.2 latest details and draft spec as released by Bankteller on his Patreon. Guys, so introduction really quickly is Flow version 1 is being retired for Flow version 1.2, and there's a number of reasons why this is all happening, but as you will see during this in-depth look at the draft, the main reason is to extend the longevity and the sustainability of not only the Flow contract but of the BNKRX price as well. Please do bear in mind this is an ever-evolving specification. We've had a few drafts since it was first released on the 23rd of January, and also bear in mind, because of the amount of moving parts in all of this, things do change on a quite a rapid basis, and it's just the reason for that is Bankteller and the admins, they listen back to the community, they listen to the input that they put in, take that on board. They do that with some testing as well, and then certain tweaks are made. So guys, let's step into the spec for version 1.2, and I'll go through each section bit by bit and try explaining as best possible with some examples. So we'll start off with the overview. So the reason for all of these changes that have been made in a brilliantly performing Flow contract is basically to avoid certain issues. Main issues are whale dumps, the way that airdrops negatively impact net deposits. I'll talk further about net deposits in a moment. The way that roles have zero impact on net deposits. The reward structure does not reflect the ethos of the community. So in Bankroll, you are never late and treated equally. So reward structure must reflect that. And larger players have a responsibility to basically steward the system. It needs to provide guardrails to ensure healthy cooperative behavior versus predatory solo play where someone just drains the system basically. And then also liquidity needs to be balanced between a current stable price and long-term liquidity. And basically everything boils down to net deposit value accounts and implications. So basically, what does net deposit value mean? So net deposit value basically is concentrated on two numbers. Those two numbers are your deposited and claimed. So if I go over to my Flow account and have a quick look, as you can see here, my deposits are 4,655 and my claimed is 146. So at the moment my account is net positive. The reason it is net positive is because my deposits are greater than my claimed. So if the claimed number was larger than the deposits, this account would be net negative, and there would be implications for being net negative. If you're net positive, there are no implications. You are playing the game correctly. You are playing as you should. You are playing with the community. So at the moment, this account is sitting at a net positive number of 4,509, which is good. So you can be 1 plus 1 negative. So 1, as long as this number is greater than this number by 1, 2, 1,000, 10,000, you're playing the game correctly and you are net positive. Right, so net positive in the previous version of Flow, to be net positive, the only way to become net positive was to increase your deposit holdings by introducing fresh BNKRX. The reason for that is because every time you press the roll button in Flow version 1, a roll would basically do two functions. It would do a claim, and the amount would claim, it would go ahead and then redeposit that. So it would basically streamline the function of claiming and redepositing and putting it in one number. So a claim would happen and then a deposit would happen. So each of those two actions would cancel each other out and your net deposit state would remain unchanged. So for example, if I had 100 BNKRX available and I press roll, my claim would go up by 100 and my net deposits would go up by 100, but my net deposit state would stay the same. So if I was net negative, I would still remain net negative. If I was net positive, I would remain net positive. Nothing would change. So Flow version 1.2 is going to change that. With rolls, so the net deposit value equation will be deposits plus airdrops plus rolls minus claims. So in this scenario, rolls in flow version 1.2 will count towards deposits twice. Again, so you would still have a claim, a roll would still perform a claim, and then a deposit, but the deposit would come in twice. So eventually, if you keep rolling, your deposits and your claim, there will be more distance between the two, because this would only go up once and this would go up twice. So for example, 100 BNKRX available, you press roll, your claim would go up by 100, your deposits would go up by 200, thus making it a lot easier to become net positive and stay positive just by rolling. So flow is a long-term investment in financial freedom and is designed for you to compound, also known as rolling, your high daily interest. So as long as your rolls and airdrops outpace your claims in the system, your account will be in good standing, aka you'll be net positive, and you'll be able to avoid sustainability fees, which will lower your APY. So for the folks new to crypto, once you break even, you are purely in profit. So sustainability fees are not a bad thing, because obviously now you are playing with, as people call it, house money, profits. So they allow you to profit from the system indefinitely as long as the platform is healthy. And that's what all the changes are geared towards, making a healthy platform. So as I spoke about net deposit value, deposits are deposits, simple, adding fresh BNKRX. Rolls are rolls, as I just explained, and airdrops. Now this is another thing. Previously, when you performed a team airdrop, you would have to do it from your balance, your available balance of BNKRX, which would ultimately come from a claim. And every time you claimed, your claim would go up, you would perform this airdrop, so you would not profit from the BNKRX you would claim, but you would give it to the community, but it would impact your account negatively. This will now change in Flow version 1.2. And so in Flow version 1.2, every time you do an airdrop, it will be reflected in your deposits. So it will count as a deposit, thus making it a lot easier to become net positive. So the implications of including airdrops and rolls in the calculation for version 1.2 will be explored later in this document. Right. Sustainability fees and inflation brackets. So as I mentioned before, once you become a player that has broken even, or you're a whale, or you're a player with a larger holding, you are playing with profits now. So when you're playing with profits, you are going to be giving a small portion of your earnings back to the platform, and that will be through a sustainability fee. So sustainability fees will be used to fund mid to long-term liquidity for the system and slow down dumping of BNKRX by larger players in the game. So a sustainability fee ranging from 5 to 50% will be applying to all whale brackets. If an account is under the whale status, which is a million BNKRX average deposit. So if your average deposit is 1 million BNKRX, there is no sustainability fee. Inflation brackets are calculated every 1 million BNKRX, and daily return is calculated as follows. So inflation brackets are, the zero is base and there is no sustainability tax, and then as you increase every million, the tax increases by 5%. So if your net deposits are, if your deposit holdings is 1 million, then it's 5%, 10, 15, 20 respectively on all the claims that you do. So sustainability fees start out at 0% and increase by 5% every bracket up to 50%. And then your net daily returns are between 0.5 and 1%. So if you're net positive and you are underneath whale status, you are still going to be earning 1%, so nothing changes. This is something that has to be emphasized. The majority of players will be unaffected by this. If you are in a net positive state and you have less than 1 million BNKRX deposited, there will be no sustainability fee applying to you. You will still get your 1% daily. So it's that simple. So I'll go through the brackets again. If your holdings are 1 million, then every claim will be taxed 5%, 2 million, 10%, 3 million, 15%, so on and so forth, down to 10 million and over, which is 50% is your sustainability tax. So your available divs are basically going to be hit with a sustainable fee whenever you go ahead and claim. The next section is roles and airdrops, as I mentioned before. So roles and airdrops are now going to be tracked separately, and both of them will help to increase your net deposit value. So to keep an account net positive, the easiest action is to simply roll or use the airdrop tool. So roles will continue to be included in the amount claimed, but then the system will credit roles as an asset that does not contribute to inflation. So if your account is net negative, by simply rolling and performing airdrops, you can get your account back to a positive state, which you could not have done before in Flow version 1. So airdrops are key to gameplay going forward and are directly integrated into the core stats and the Flow contract. Again, airdrops increase your net deposit value, and more importantly, they incentivize your downline because you're giving them basically free BNKRX. And the way it's designed, these airdrops will still go to your wallet. They will not go to your Flow deposit account, your Flow account. They will go to your deposit, and then that player who received that airdrop has a choice to make. They can either airdrop that down further and increase their net deposit value. They can claim it for TRX, or they can put it back into their Flow account and increase their net deposit value in that way. So this means airdrops will continue to be deposited directly into player wallets. Right, another thing is reward structure and sustainability fees. So the bonus matching claim has been revamped. So in Flow version 1, it was level 1 players 30% plus 10% of their deposit and 30% of their claims and rolls. Levels 2 to 5 was 8%, 10%, and then 5 to 10 was 8%. So on, it kept decreasing the lower you went down in depth. So that's changing in Flow version 1.2. So levels are going to be flat rate bonus reward of 10% from your downline. So from your direct, which is level 1, all the way down to level 15, it's 10% the whole way down. Now, what is changing is levels are no longer unlocked by the number of direct referrals you have. So you can have one direct referral, and you can still go 15 down as long as you've unlocked the levels by holding Banker. So I've mentioned this before. If you've got Banker token, for every level you want to unlock, you need to hold a certain amount in your wallet. So if you want to hold, say, 2,000 Banker, you've unlocked 10 levels down worth of 10% referral rewards. If an account is not net positive, referral fees will not be credited at the time of your creation of your downline. So if you're net negative, you won't get rewards. Basically, it's that simple. So if you're net positive, which you all should be, then all you need to do is hold some Banker in a wallet, and you're fine. If a player likes like a solo player, they will not get team-based rewards. So rewards are only for team players, and to remain on a team, a net deposit value just needs to be positive. So if you want to benefit from rewards from your downline, just be net positive. That's the first thing. And secondly, just be part of a team. So build your team and get the rewards from your team. Payout mechanics. So previously, matching and direct bonuses in Flow were paid out directly as rewards and withdrawn when claims were made. So before, if your downline done a roll or a claim or a deposit, that would all go to this section down here, rewards. So it will be rewards from your direct and rewards from your matching, and then you had a few options you could claim, and those rewards will go straight into your available BankRX wallet, or you could roll, and they would go into your Flow account deposits down here. In Flow version 1.2, this changes. There will no longer be rewards deposited in this section for claims, rewards that are claimable. The rewards will go directly to your deposits. So two things happen. Number one, your whole deposits go up, and number two, your max payout also increases relative to your max deposit. So this will directly and immediately enhance longevity of the platform and also promote long-term building. And at the same time, the self-referral workaround and loopholes people were doing to maliciously attack the system will no longer be as lucrative, because now you will no longer just get rewards that you can claim and sell for Tron. It will basically lock them into your deposits in Flow and put you further into the game, and thus extending the longevity of the Flow ecosystem. max payout reduction. So this is one of the big ones that people have kind of misunderstood. So the max payout in the old Flow version 1 is 365%. So whatever you've deposited, your total deposit times 365% is your max payout. This has now changed. The max payout you can get to is 125%. The main reason that this has been done is it's basically trying to stop players that are draining and leeching the system, that they will come in, deposit once into Flow as a whale, they'll put say 500,000 BNKRX and only withdraw all the rewards. And so that basically isn't the right way of playing the game, because you can play the game, but the best way to play is by compounding. So to promote that, the max payout has been reduced to 125%. So basically that means after you've ROI'd, you have a 25% buffer basically. So you can go ahead and make 25% more than your investment before you have to roll or introduce fresh BNKRX. So it basically just gives everyone the initiative to roll, basically, to prolong the system and increase longevity and stabilize BNKRX price as much as possible. So the max payout was a bit of a red herring, because it basically showed a potential yield, what it would look like at that moment in time. So this is my potential yield if my deposits never increase. So this is kind of like a number which it shouldn't really be taken into account. The number you have to look at is deposits and claimed. As long as your deposits are more than your claimed, then your max payout really doesn't come into play. But the way Flow version 1.2 works is there will still be a 25% buffer. So that means once you reach your 100% max payout, you've ROI'd, you still have 25% you can go to, and then you have a choice. You can either make 25% profit on your total deposit and leave the system because you reached max payout and your account is locked, or you carry on doing it, carry on compounding, carry on rolling. So that means with a single deposit, the system will break even in 100 days and provide you with a 25% bonus in 25 days. So for a whale, they will say, all right, fine, on my deposit, I'm going to make 25% in 25 days, but then after that, the account will lock unless additional funds are deposited, which basically means the larger players, the larger whales, they are not going to be playing the game in that way by just leeching the system and draining the system. So again, it only affects a very small number of players in Flow. The majority of people, that 25% buffer is more than enough for them to go above ROI, roll, compound for a while, and then come beneath the 125% max payout, and then keep it going, keep the longevity going. So to put it very in simple terms is, if you go ahead and you've ROI'd, you can make up to 25% profit and then leave the game, or you can make, for example, a little bit of profit, roll and reinvest, and kind of make profits throughout time, over time, rather than just making 25% once and then walking away, or you can make 1% a day going forward. So it just makes sense that 25%, it just stops and promotes, it stops whales coming in and leeching off the system and draining it and getting 265% extra on the ROI, and it promotes rolling, it promotes adding fresh BNKRX, it promotes being net positive. Max deposit, daily payout cap. So compound interest is a force to be reckoned with, as we all know. That said, Bankroll is about creating a system for universal basic income for all participants. So Flow can make you rich, but that isn't the goal. It's not a short-term pump. It's a long-term, longevity system. So if players work together, they can compound and withdraw to infinity. So would you rather just have 25% profits and you walk away, or would you rather have a little bit of money every single day, a little bit of BNKRX paid out to you every single day, forever, and you can withdraw to infinity, so you can keep withdrawing? So for this reason, withdrawal caps are enforced by creating a deposit of 10 million BNKRX. So deposits beyond 10 million BNKRX still count for all calculations except for available. So max available dividends is therefore 50 BNKRX per max wallet. So if you were ever to reach 10 million BNKRX in deposited, you would only get 50,000 BNKRX per max wallet in the system. Team wallets. So team wallets allow for up to 15 levels deep to efficiently distribute rewards. So airdrops sometimes get a little bit tricky when you have larger teams, because you have some people that are very way deep down in the system. So Bankteller has introduced something called team wallets, and it will allow for automatic cashback for 2.5% on all claims and deposits. So the 2.5% cashback is paid out by the team wallet automatically. So where does this 2.5% come from? The 2.5% comes from the 10% referral reward. So if you become a team wallet, so I'm going to become a team wallet, my referral rewards for everyone that I refer into the system, 15 levels deep, will no longer be 10%. I will only get 7.5%. The other 2.5% goes back to everyone within the team. So irregardless of where someone is in my team, they could be 14 levels down and they do a roll, they'll get 2.5% back on that into their flow deposit account automatically. So large teams with deep chains should pick a team wallet as a root of the organization, since this will provide built-in base that is always net positive and distributes rewards automatically. The way the 2.5% cashback works is the first wallet in an upline is selected when providing the 2.5% reward. So let's say you're in a team and there's 5 team wallets in that team. So you will only get 2.5% rewards from the first team wallet in your upline. Team wallets are a powerful tool and form the basis of airdrops going forward. They make sure that any wallet that is less than 15 levels below a team wallet will get guaranteed rewards. So you don't have to get into a team and then think, oh, this person, because I've heard it before, people join Flow version 1 teams and were promised airdrops, promised this, promised that. They never got anything. In Flow version 1.2, as long as you join a team wallet, your team lead has no choice in the matter. They will have to automatically provide you with 2.5% cashback, and that is guaranteed. So organizations and teams become even more powerful when there are multiple team wallets in a chain. The custody wallet, so basically the main wallet in Flow, by default will be a team wallet. So if you are a team wallet with a large team, it's best to attach to this wallet to receive additional rewards, because they're pumped down from the top back to your individual teams. Now, team wallets eligibility. So team wallet eligibility is determined by when you set your downline. When your downline is set, your wallet must include the custody wallet in the upline to be eligible. In addition, the functionality is automatically activated when you have 5 or more directs. So basically, if you have 5 or more directs within your team, you are automatically a team wallet. Now, the benefit of this is everyone should pretty much become a team wallet. Some solo players might be against that, and if you're not going to be recruiting people and you have no directs, then that's fine. As long as your upline is a team wallet, you will benefit. Reactor. So a sustainability fee of 10% is paid by players with net deposit value or who are in the whale status or above. So, and the 10% fee, where does that go? It's paid to the Reactor. So the Reactor will sell the BNKRX allocated to it and will store it as Tron, and that will be paid back to the community over time as drip liquidity at 1% a day. So if I head over to SwapX, you can see Reactor. Reactor is sitting at 31 million Tron at the moment. Once Flow version 1.2 is activated, all sustainability fees collected from net deposit net negative accounts and whales with sustainability fees will be added to the Reactor, and this Reactor will drip out liquidity at a rate of 1% a day back to SwapX, thus hardening and increasing the price of BNKRX. Migration details. So this again is a very big question people have asked, is how we go from Flow version 1 to Flow version 1.2. So when this happens, at the moment it is pending for the middle of February. Bankteller has said around about the 14th or the 15th of February, but that can change during testing. So when that happens, you will be notified, you'll be given ample time, and there will be some downtime between Flow version 1 and Flow version 1.2. So Flow version 1.2 will be launched and tested while Flow version 1.2, Flow version 1 is still live. So you can bear that in mind. So everything will be operational except for claims, which will throw up an error in Flow version 1.2 during testing. Once testing is complete, Flow version 1.2 will be removed from the banker token mint. So Flow version 1 will stop basically minting BNKRX, and what happens is it will just freeze there. Flow version 1 will freeze because it can't make any more BankRX. And then the whitelist will add flow version 1.2 saying, hey, yep, you can go ahead and start minting BankRX. So flow version 1 will in essence be put into a read-only mode. Once that happens, you can start the migration process. So you can migrate your balances from flow version 1 to flow version 1.2 in a destination wallet. When we say destination wallet, it will be the same Tron wallet address you're using now. It will just be you're moving from one contract to another contract. So the migrations can only be done once. So once you've sent your flow version 1 account to flow version 1.2, you can only do it once. And a destination wallet, so a flow version 1.2 account can receive multiple balances. So deposits and claims are migrated into a destination wallet, but the rewards are not. So rewards have to be claimed or rolled before flow version 1.0 stops minting BankRX. So bear that in mind as well. Otherwise, you will lose those pending rewards. So a destination wallet or a destination flow version 1.2 account can receive multiple balances. Deposits and claims are migrated into a destination account. A destination wallet must be added to flow version 1.2 prior to migration. Rewards, as I said, will not be migrated, so it's important to either roll or claim prior to migrating your balances. Legacy airdrops will be migrated to version 1.2 as well. So whatever you've airdropped in version 1.2, they will be migrated to version 1.2 as well. Wallets must be net positive if they are migrated from one address to another. This is to avoid malicious attacks by people who have already cashed out of flow. There is no restriction if simply upgrading. So I've got a quick demonstration of what's going to happen on migration day. So what will happen is, on Bankroll, there will be an announcement on the Telegram and Twitter, Discord. I'll probably release a video as well. A lot of the community will be talking about it, and they'll say flow version 1.2 is ready. So you will basically go to, and there will be another button here saying flow version 1.2. You will click on that. Everything here will be zeroed out. It will say you will start the account fresh. So it will say deposit enabled. It will be grey. You will click that. It will become purple. You will add your buddy. Down there, you will put your buddy address. If you want to join my team, I will leave my address down below. You'll just go ahead, enter my address, and you press update. It will say your current buddy is set. You then go ahead and enter a minimum of 10 BankRX and press deposit. And you will see all the numbers down here will still be 0. And the only number that will have changed is you've got 10 BankRX. Now, what that means is your flow version 1.2 is now ready in that address. So in that Tron wallet address, flow version 1.2 has been set up. Then you will go back to flow version 1.0, so the original flow. There will be a migration box somewhere around about here. Obviously, the UI is not ready. When it is, I will show you that in further detail, and it will say, do you want to migrate your balance over to another account? And then that's where you will enter your Tron wallet address and say, yes, migrate my account over. The only things that will move over are your deposited number and your claimed number. And these will get added to your new flow version 1.2 account. So now, guys, that sounds a little bit confusing. So I've drawn up a little graphic, and hopefully this will make it a lot easier. So it's about migrating. So these are your flow version 1 accounts. So this is an example. The first and the most simplest example is this. You've got one account, it's net positive, the wallet address is a Tron wallet address. I'm calling it down here for the sake of this, Tron wallet address 1. You want to keep your same wallet address and head on over to flow version 1.2. So all you do is simply you would put that address in there and you head on over. And that is perfectly allowed. So that is fine. If you're net positive and you're going wallet to wallet, that's fine. No issues with that. You can do that. Go ahead. The second thing you can do is you've got a wallet. It's net negative, and we'll call its wallet address 2. So the only thing you can do with this wallet is you can take it to another. So you can take it to your same wallet address. So you can go from a net negative to the same wallet address. The wallet address cannot be different. So you can go net negative, the wallet address can go there. That's fine. That's allowed. Even though in your new Banker account, in your new Flow version 1.2, you will already have 10 BNKRX in there. So technically that is a positive wallet. But because it's your own address, you're going from your address to that address. No addresses are being changed. And that is allowed. The third scenario is you have a negative address. So for example, wallet address 2 is negative. Wallet address true is negative. You can send a net positive balance to it. So that is allowed. So net positive wallet address number 1 is net positive. Wallet address 2 is net negative because you've migrated this account down there. So you've gone net negative to net negative, and that account's been set up, but you have an extra account which is net positive. And you think that by bringing this net positive address over to a net negative, it will help your entire account become net positive, and you would kind of streamline your accounts, only have the one account. That is allowed. Let's see what's not allowed. So now let's say wallet address number 1, it's positive. It's a positive address. You want to send over a positive balance from wallet address 1. That's fine, you can do that. You've got wallet address 3, which is also net positive. That's fine, you can do that. Then you've got wallet address number 2, which is net negative. Can you send a negative to a positive? No. That is the one thing you cannot do. You cannot send a net negative balance to a different wallet address. You can only send it to the same wallet address. It's that simple. And a net positive address, it can go to the same address, it can go to a negative address, it can go to a positive address. So to put it very simply, a net positive address can get migrated anywhere. It can go to a positive account, a negative account, a different account, so a different wallet address account. Negative ones can only go to the same wallet address. That's all it can do. It can only do one function. It can go from the same Flow version 1 wallet address to the same Flow version 1.2 address. That's all it can do, nothing else. Net positive wallets can go to any wallets, and they can go to the same wallet multiple times. For example, you can send wallet address 1 to wallet address 1 in Flow version 1.2 to make it positive, and to make it even further positive, you can send another wallet which is net positive to that as well. So you can imagine you had 6 net positive wallets and you want to consolidate them. You can fuse them all into one positive wallet by sending them all to that one wallet address. But the net negative wallet address, that can only be sent to the same wallet address. Guys, I hope that makes sense. I tried making it as simple as possible for you guys to see. I will leave the link down below for the Flow version 1.2 draft, because obviously, as I said, it is an ever-evolving situation. It's changing every single day with more input and more features, and all these features are being introduced to increase the longevity of the system and to sustain the price of BNKRX. Guys, so Flow version 1.2 is literally around the corner. In the meantime, the best thing to do is carry on as normal. Just keep rolling, building your flow position as much as possible, picking up some cheap BNKRX to again further increase your deposits, so you are in a very healthy net deposit state. Then you can also kind of think about, if you've got multiple wallets, do you want to fuse them all into one wallet with a huge net positive extra, so you have a lot of scope that when you do go into Flow version 1.2, there's a big difference between your deposits and claimed. So the bigger the difference, the better, basically. So yeah, that's all you got to do. And then once Flow version 1.2 is up, I will let you guys know. It's as simple as entering Flow the first time, deposits enable button, press it, add a buddy referral address. If you use mine, it'd be much appreciated and helps the team, and you'll be part of the 3D crypto team. And as a team wallet, you'll get the 2.5% cashback. So you can do that. And then finally, all you have to do is migrate your account, which is an extra step. I will do an in-depth video about that in the future once the UI is up and live. And that's it, guys. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it kind of cleared up some of the things that we were all discussing and thinking about. And until my next video, guys, If you've got any questions, any comments, please do let me know. I'll be happy to answer and happy to help you out in any way. And I hope this does make the new Flow version 1.2 spec a lot easier to understand. And I do hope if you've got any questions or comments, you can contact me, and you can hit me up on my Telegram, on any of my social media channels. So guys, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video. And guys, as I always say, you work hard for your crypto, make your crypto work hard for you. And until next time, take care.